Okay, welcome everyone. Will start our new modules, new unit, and a couple of you know me. My name is Anjum Satar. I'm working with the UK University last 10 years, and I'm also teaching other places such as University of Bradford, Leeds, and I'll try my best to meet your expectation. Please, if you have any question, feel free drop me email anjum@ukuniversity.co.uk, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So today lesson, we are starting a new module, which is business and business environment. Okay, yes, please. If you don't mind to introduce me yourself, where you from, what you done, please. So we know, and I can include examples from your background as well, please.
Me?
Yes, please. Where you from, what you done before. If you're working, will be great. You can share as well.
Where I'm from?
Yes, your name.
I'm from the UK.
Okay, from UK.
Currently studying, a student. Not working at all.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And which city you from?
Nottingham.
Nottingham. Okay, it's nice. Brilliant. How's weather there? Here in Leeds, it's quite cloudy. We had a rain yesterday.
I don't think so. It's sunny day.
Oh,
Not
sunny.
sunny but cloudy.
Okay, brilliant. Lucky. Yeah. Hope later on will be sunny here as well, but never know. It,
Yeah.
it's an environment. Carry on changing. Weather is part of it. Huh?
Yeah.
Uh, Brilliant. Let's we'll start. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay. So Unit 1, business and business environment. So any business you want to start, it's really crucial you understand the environment, because the business environment carry on changing and we have to adjust our operation accordingly, because otherwise we can't sustain in a business without understanding the environment. Do you have a Nokia? Are you using Nokia mobile? No.
I think so.
Okay, so Nokia was the world leader, but they stay behind. But the Apple and Samsung and all other smartphones are fast growing due to they not change themselves according to the environment. We have a British home store, 200 years in the business, but not really sustained, and it's been went to the liquidation. And but the Primarks and all other companies are growing. So really, we need to understand the environment. We have to change. One of the great scholars said, either you're 80 or 20. If you stop learning, you old. You have to change according to the environment. So this module will have 4 learning outcome key. Explain the different types and the size and the scope of organization. So we'll go through sole trader, partnership, limited company, and we'll discuss about primary sector and secondary sector. We'll discuss about the various functions within our organization structure. Contemporary example demonstrate both positive and negative impact of environment on the business operation. We'll discuss about strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, threats, and micro and macro environment. And we'll go through our assignment discussion. So each lesson we have indicative content, what we're supposed to learn. So it's good to look around what are the keywords which we're supposed to be. NGO, yes, non-governmental organization, difference between profit and non-profit organizations, small, medium, enterprise, SMEs, where less than 50 employees, and we'll discuss about size and the scope of organization, medium uh, size and the small size organization, and we'll discuss about sustainability. Sustainability means meeting the needs of current generation without compromising the needs of the future generation. Focus on the 3 P's: profit, planet, and people. And we'll go through global growth and development, transnational, international, and we'll go through geocentric, polycentric, and ethnocentric strategies we can link to. Difference between franchise, joint venture, and licensing. That will be also in our discussion. If you want to expand your business, you can expand franchising, joint venture, and license. You can give industrial structure and competitive analysis, which we can enhance, and market forces, economic operations, scarcity, demand and supply. Demand and supply, law of demand and supply. Elasticity mean is the change in demand and supply due to the change in the price. That will be in our discussion. And stakeholders. Stakeholders mean anyone who has any interest in the business is known as a stakeholder. Stake mean interest. Like if someone looking towards you and you think, why are you looking? Yes, it's mean what stake you have, what interest you have. So that's, it's the stakeholder. It's stake mean interest. So anyone who has any interest or their interest influence, like implies like shareholders, like investors. So these are all the stakeholders, government, HMRC, local public, implies these are the stakeholders, customer. So those will be in our discussion, and that's, and at the end, you've been given the recommended book and the resources as well, which is good to look around. So yeah, each, which will go through. Okay, then of course, in this unit, we have 4 learning outcomes. You can work towards P1, which is the passing criteria, P1, P2 here, learning outcome 1. And M1 is a merit criteria, and D1 is a distinction criteria. Low M is a crime, fail in life, no crime. So we'll work towards the distinction criteria, okay? And we'll put all the effort towards, and that's, which we're supposed to be achieve the objective. Okay, let's please, we'll start. Okay. Welcome everyone. Let's, can you see the slides?
Yes, I can.
Okay, brilliant. Explain different types, size, and the scope of organizations. That will be, and we have indicated the purpose of the unit, why we are learning this. Yes, we really want to develop understanding about, and we want to look around the environment, how impact on the business operation. That's the key abstract. Indicative contents, which as I mentioned, those will go through the keywords. Overall discussion will cover. Business, what is a business? Business is any legal activity where goods and services we exchange is we call business. In business, key purpose is a legal activity. So if any illegal activity is not come under the definition about the business, it can be immoral, it can be unlawful, but business is a legal activity. That's the key, where we exchange the goods and the services, of course. True. And every business have a mission, every business have a value, every business have a vision. So which we will can look around. Every business requires some investment, enough, the customer. Business can be privately owned or not for the profit. So we can look around charities like Macmillan Cancer, the UK. We can look around profit making organization, Unilever, Morrison, Tesco. We can look around the sole trader, corner shops normally, and we can look around the partnerships, especially law firms or accounting firm, lot of partners they have, and we can look around these, under the different, okay, different types and size of the organization. Sole trader, 1% business, all the risk and reward goes to 1%. Partnership, we have a Partnership Act 1890. We need 2 to 20 partners can be under the partnership. Partnership have a deed, written agreement between the partners. Then we have a limited liability company. Limited liability, it means nobody can claim. It can be public limited and private limited. We register the company in the company house. It has separate legal entity. Company is artificial person. Not profit making organization. It can be charities, clubs, societies, non-governmental organization. Their purpose is the welfare. Charities is regulated under the Charity Act 2011, 2011 Charity Act, and the company under the Company Act 2006 we follow. Okay, under the charities we prepare different types of accounts, statements. These need to be audited, and that's we'll show the performance to our stakeholders, anybody who's any interest in the business or their interest. So different types of organization: limited liability, public limited and private limited. So it can be PLC, public limited and private limited company. Public mean anyone can buy the share, and private is a private investor. We follow different rules to prepare compliance. We follow the legislation, we follow the accounting standards, we can look around the cost and the benefit of each. So public limited need £50,000 worth of investment to register. You can register it in the stock exchange, you issue the shares. Funding can become by shares. You have previous year profit, that's called retained profit. Look around the liabilities and loan, that's the fund we can raise it. Okay, so then we have different type partnership. We mentioned 1890 advantage compared to the sole trader. Sole trader is a 1%. Here can be 2 to 20, more investment, big business size, risk can be shared, profit can be shared, and disadvantage sometimes is a conflict, sometimes is a control, sometimes some partners say you're not putting efforts. So these are the problem can arise due to the conflict between the partners. And we can compare with the companies as well, their advantages and disadvantages. Okay, as we mentioned earlier, partnership, we have a Partnership Act 2006. We follow different accounting standards. We registered in the company house, and we want to give the information to our stakeholder true and fair when we prepare their accounts. Okay, LLP is called Limited Liability Partnership. So under the partnership can be limited, we can register partnership and we can register as a company LLP, Limited Liability Partnership. So we can then registered under the company house, LLP, we can submit. Okay, then please, you've been given a little Kahoot account, which it's all about partnership. We can play in our own time, and that's because only one person, we're not going to play now, but we can play to enhance sole trader partnership and limited company, but I'll play with you different. So this is a little comparative website. What is the difference between sole trader partnership and corporation? Company known as a corporation. So business is simple to set up. Decision making is a clear cut. Earning or tax only once the personal income allows £12,570. No, it's increasing every year. Finance Act with new financial year start from the 1st of April. Okay, so unlimited liabilities, all the decisions, and sometime if the partner dies, business can be closed. Any question, please, if you have?
I'm all right.
No, okay. So partnership, we said 2 to 20, more skills available, more funds available, but sometime it can be, if not registered LLP, can be unlimited liability up to your investment as well, proportion of it, and that can be, and sometime is partnership, partner die, partner leave, so it's very difficult and the conflict can be. Corporation, of course, limited liability, lot of legal requirements, account need to be submitted to the company house, depends, the turnover, if account need to be audited. Sometimes it can be tax on the profit, then you have personal income, you pay the separate, depends on your personal allowance. and that can be sometimes very time consuming. And okay, demand. Demand is defined is the amount consumer are willing to pay. When the price go up, demand go down. So demand and the price has inverse relationship. Demand, so always we need to look around the law of demand and supply in the business. So like a Rolls Royce, only the rich people and they had come under wants if the people have ability, but sometimes some product is not, even the price go up, the people still willing to buy more because they have affordability. So that's we also keep in mind. So law of demand, inverse relationship between price, goods and demand. All the price fall, we see the expansion of demand. And if the price rise, there will be constructions of demand. Demand is dedicated the amount to be purchased and the price and the period which we look, So these are all, we have a lot of discussion, which I'll give you elasticity of demand. Demand chain with the level of output. So we've been given the case Marks and Spencer type of ownership. Marks and Spencer, of course, is a public limited company registered in the company house. They have operation. It's a multinational company and they have operation in many countries and they have a lot of joint ventures with the various others. They have various subsidiary companies. So it's good to read, that case study which is given on our Moodle page. Demand and supply. So supply, last supply, when the price go up, supply go up because the supplier want to supply more. So you will see here the price of pork, yogurt, when the price is increasing from 10 to 15, the demand is dropped from 20 to 18. So what you can do, you can find the chain between the price. 5 divided by 10 times by 100 is a 50% price increase and the demand 2 over 20. So the demand is decreased by 20%. So the percentage change in demand divided by the percentage change in price, we can say, is it elastic or inelastic or unit elastic? Okay, so these are the way which I'll give you the formula in a minute, and we can calculate, and we can show on the demand and supply. Okay, so we have here some videos to watch, which we can. So you will see here law of demand and supply, some examples good to use. Okay, so please, yes, effect of demand and supply from the consumer potential. So it's good to explore about these and which we can look around. For extra reading. Okay, so that's we have again law of demand and supply. You have separate, and it's good to be you can do for the reading. And we have a recommended book as well, Business Environment. So that's which we'll share with you. Okay, now illustrate about we can plot the demand and supply curve. So when the price increase, demand decrease. Yes, quantity demanded. When the price decrease, demand increase. When the price increase, demand decrease. Yeah. So that's which we can show on the graph. Okay, movement along the curve, movement on the graph. So as we said earlier, the price, when the price increase, demand decrease. When the price increase, supply increase. So supply and the price have the direct relationship. So we can say inward and outward, the demand curve can shift due to the price. But we can look around the other factors, well, not only just the price. Like during COVID-19, prices went up, but the demand was very high. Even the toilet roll, people rushed to buy it because the fear in that will be the shortage. So sometimes if the price even go up, still demand can go up, which we can look around. The changes in the consumer income, changes in the price of suitable product, changes in the price and complementary product, and changes in the weather or the season. And we can look around in the taxation of product. We can look around the changes in the taste and the fashion and changes in the marketing. So these are PEDs called price elasticity. So as the formula please, percentage change in the quantity demanded. So we said quantity demand drop from 20 to 18 to over 20, the 20%, and the price was 50%. So we can find 20 over 50 times by 100. So we can find it like here the price is increased from 30 to 35, and the quantity demanded from 10,000 to 8,000. So there is a 2,000 difference, and we can find 20 over 16.6, the change in the price, 5 divided by 30, and demand is decreased by 20. So we can say 20 over 16.6. And then we can find its answer is 1.2, so which is a greater than 1. So we can say this is elastic, greater than 1. If it's a less than 1, equal to 1, yes, it's called unit elastic. If it's same percentage demand and the price change, so that we call unit elastic. If it's less than 1, we call inelastic. Yes, your result indicates. Any question, please?
I'm still all right.
Okay, great. So that's the way we can calculate, and you've been given a lot of examples. So if you scroll and you can do these examples to enhance your answers given as well. Okay, supply, exactly, when the price increase, supply also increase. Supply has a direct relationship. When the price went up from 10 to 15, supply went up from 12 to 14. So there is a 2 increase, 2 divided by 12. So you can find the percentage. So we can say, is it what type of elasticity? Is it the unit? And then you have a video to watch as well, which is also helpful in our time. Okay, so you will see here that the supply goes upward curve when the price is going upward. So supply goes. So that's and the same example of yogurt we can calculate, and we can look around the demand and supply curve shifting due to the change in the price factor, change in the weather or the season, change in the taxation. These are all the factors that can affect, So price elasticity of supply, percentage change in the quantity supply divided by the percentage change into price. So which we can, if it's a greater to, as earlier we said, greater to 1 unit, so equal to 1 is a unit, greater than 1 is called elastic, less than 1 is we call inelastic. So we can see here the price of yogurt went up and 10% and 16%. So we can say the price elasticity of supply is it elastic, inelastic based on our result. Okay, that's the way we can look around, and we can look the graphs, and where the demand and supply equal, we call it MEP, is called the market price equilibrium. So that can be a starting point where demand and supply can be equal. So at the price of 20, supply can be 16 and demand can be 16. So you not aware when the price go, if you carry on supplying more, what will be happen? Supply will be more, demand will be less. ultimately pushing, the price will drop back to that point where demand and supply can be equal. So the price can be the factors. Okay, so we've been given for the case study for the reference of equilibrium, a point where demand and supply is equal. Okay, we said earlier stakeholder, anyone who has any interest in the business is a stakeholder, the individuals, anyone who contribute, anyone who has the benefit of the decision. So we have a stakeholder theory, which we can, the objective of the business to make a profit for its shareholders, the companies and the network of the parties working toward the shared goal implies that the suppliers and the shareholders and external interested group, customer cooperate to create mutual beneficial result, shareholder value we want, who shareholders, the shareholders, anyone, the stakeholders, anyone who has any interest, they have a direct interest, shareholders, management, customer, everyone have a different interest. And as a business, we want to make sure we meet their interests. Okay, that's the key. Stakeholder analysis identify the stakeholders that are affected by our influence the activities of organization. So we want to make sure we understand the stakeholders. We look around who are the powerful stakeholders. In some businesses, like a union members can be, and it can be impact huge. We have to develop the strategy to meet their interests and not impact on our business. Meeting the stake where does your organization create the stakeholder value? How we can do the better? Can you eliminate and reduce the focus on the processes, add the stakeholders value, like the money wise, giving guarantee, giving trust, involving them in the communication. Ultimately, this will increase, the communicate with the stakeholders, regular involved. Yes, these are all the stakeholder owners, stockholders, banks, creditors. So they can be number of stakeholders and they have a different interest. So we can categorize internal and external, internal within the company, external outside it, so they have a different interest. We can categorize the primary and secondary stakeholders. So primary you will see here, and the secondary is within strategic partners, implies here, primary and secondary stakeholders, which we can categorize them and we cluster them and we can meet their primary, the most vital organization, a group without, whose continuous participation of the company cannot survive as a going concern. And the secondary, those without whose continuous participation company can still exist. Yes, it can be government, civil, neighborhood, and environment. That's stakeholder analysis, identify all the stakeholders. We do brainstorming, identify stakeholders need, interest mapping. We can look around their values and we can use the balance and we can develop the strategies and action plans. So we can list the stakeholders, what their interests, what impact, and what strategy is best for to do. So we have a case study, Primark stakeholders. So it's good to read, please. That will enhance, our understanding about stakeholders. So get to know stakeholders better, relatively important. Power and interest, what they have, manage the relationship and risk, and make better strategies and create an acceptance organization for stakeholders. Disadvantage of stakeholders, best done continuous basis assessment of analysis may be subjective and maybe not all the stakeholders' interests can be met sometime, and focus on most important stakeholders, balance and reconcile. That is very important, which will carry out. And please, you've been given some videos, some links for further understanding about the stakeholders, primary, secondary, and tertiary. So primary sector is the sector where produce the raw material, secondary, which is manufacturing sector, and tertiary, which is service sector. In the UK, service sector is more dominant compared to manufacturing. Of course, a lot of manufacturing coming back to UK after outside the Brexit, and the primary sector, which is raw material. We have some raw material but most of the raw material coming from outside the UK, and that's that's why the cost involved. And then of course we can do at the end quiz as well. So when you click the link, you can to enhance your understanding. So what we learned, we discuss about sole trader. How many persons business is 1%. Partnership 2 to 20. Companies can be public limited and private limited, and we registered in the company house and limited liability. Charities is a charity commission and 2011 Charity Act. Purpose is not earn profit. And then we discuss about demand and supply. When price increase, demand decrease. When price increase, supply increase. We discuss about elasticity of demand and supply. Percentage change in demand divided by the percentage change in price, and we can find it, is it equal to 1, greater than 1, or less than 1. So we can say the elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic. So that was all, and we discussed about stakeholders, anyone who has any interest, and we learn about the primary, secondary, and tertiary sector or third sector. And please, some recommended case studies is good to read. Those are given on our the Moodle page. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask. Any question?
No.
Okay, no question. That's fine. Okay, so here are all the resources you've been given. The book here is good to read in your 5th edition. You can click that and you can read please in your time. Yeah, that's help you is all the stuff within that which we discussed as well. Okay. Other than that, if you type the website, which is quite good, to tutor2u.net, and next to that, if you write demand, supply, whichever, the website is a Kaplan, and you can write like a stakeholder. You can find the stuff quite good too. Stakeholder analysis, which is Kaplan, is a publisher knowledge which we can find, and that's we can use it. Okay, we'll keep up to here. Thanks for attending today's session, and then next lesson we'll go through LO2 learning outcome 2. And have a nice weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.